welcome back. It's your girl Miss Monificent here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today I am bringing you all 3 Dollar Tree fall DIYs. So stay tuned to see the fall DIYs that I have created to use around my home. Now here's a quick run through for the first project of the things that I'll be using. I will link everything down below in the description box, so please don't forget to check that out if these are things that you are interested in making. Okay, so the first thing I started with was opening up those 12-pack of Acorns, and I'm giving them a couple of coats of this Ivory paint, this Ivory chalk paint by Waverly brand that I purchased from Walmart. This is the same bottle that I've used in other DIYs. So I'm giving those a couple of coats and I'm setting them on a paper plate. They don't lay flat, which is a good thing, so you're able to go all the way around them while you're painting them in between coats and letting them dry. Now that my acorns are dry, I am taking this Mod Podge and the bottle of glitter that I also purchased from Walmart, and I am going to put glitter all on the top of the acorn around the part that I did not paint. Okay, now for this easy peasy lemon squeezy wood block, I have gave it a coat of spray paint. I was mainly focusing on the sides of it, and for the front and the back of it, I'm going to give it a couple of coats of the Ivory chalk paint and let it dry. Now that my wood block is dry, I'm going to attempt to write the word grateful. I don't have a template or, lettering, some template or something to go by, so I am just free-handing it, and I'm using my pencil to start off first before I go over it with some paint. Now that I'm pretty much satisfied, now I'm using these airbrush or brushes that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I believe it's like 12 in that pack as well, and I'm using just some paint that I had lying around. It's actually wax for chalk paint, but I'm using that to outline my letters. Okay, now that I have done that, I'm taking another paintbrush and I'm taking some Mod Podge and my glitter, and I'm going to just like outline the bottom portion of the words, giving it somewhat of an ombre effect. I'm really loving this ombre effect. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to give the bottom portion of my word an ombre effect with the glitter. Okay, now I'm going to be taking my hot glue and I'm going to hot glue my little Squirrel salt and pepper shaker right on the top of my wood block. It is your preference if you want to use E6000. I decided that it was not necessary, so I'm just going to use my hot glue for this project. Now I'm taking my painted acorns and I'm going to be hot gluing those as well, randomly in different spots. I'm going to put one where he looks like he's holding one, and then I'm going to hot glue some across the top of this edge. So that's why it wasn't such a big deal that paint kind of, went over the top, and I'm going to put some on the side as well. that is it for my first project, you guys. I hope you guys I really like the way it turned out. Now let's move on to the second DIY. Okay, for the second project, here are the things that I'm going to be using. Again, they will be in the description box. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking the string off of the nails, and when I found that I was doing this, some of the nails were coming right up, so I'm going to take string off, and I'm also going to use my needle nose pliers to remove the nails on all of these go your own way signs. Now the next thing that I'm going to be doing is taking two of the signs to make one board, and I'm going to put E6000 down in the middle of the board and connect them, trying to get them as even as possible to make them look like it's one long board together. Now, just to make sure that my two pieces stay one long piece, I'm taking this board. This is scrap wood that I had lying around. You could also do this with some craft sticks or the popsicle sticks that they sell at the Dollar Tree. I just happened to have this laying around and I liked it better. It made me feel better. It felt like it would be more secure. So I'm using this scrap wood. I'm also going to be putting E6000 and hot glue onto this, and I'm going to glue it to keep the two connected together. Okay, I'm back. I don't know, I guess I thought I was recording and I wasn't, but I have already given my two boards a couple of coats of chalk paint, same color, Ivory. Now I'm turning it over to the back, and I'm placing these sawtooth picture hangers on the back of each one of these boards. Now I am turning over my boards, and I'm using this antique wax, which I also purchased from Walmart, and this is a way that you can distress your wood without using sandpaper. Now the method I am using is a t-shirt damped a little bit, but the best way to do this is to also purchase the clear wax, and after you put the antique wax on there, you want to rub it out with the clear wax, and that ensures that you get a lot of the brown wiped away. But I didn't have any of that on hand, so I'm just going with a damp cloth, and I'm really satisfied with the way that it came out. Okay, so now I'm placing these hooks that I had lying around. They were to some old curtain rods, that I had that I didn't end up using. I decided to use these because I like that it had that bronzy, like antique, like wash on it. So I'm just placing these about 3 inches from the top. This is what's going to hang my lantern. I am aware that I wiped a little bit of the paint off so you can see the words slightly, but once it's hanging up and everything is done, you won't see it. Okay, next I'm taking these LED lights that have the leaves on them, because you know I bought like about 5 packs of these. So I'm just going to be removing the leaf parts on them. They're really easy to remove. You just pull them apart because I just want the lights. Okay, so now I'm just placing my lights down into my jars that I purchased from the Dollar Tree after placing my batteries in the inside. If you guys are looking at the handles, these do come with silver handles, but I spray painted mine. Now I'm taking my bundle of mums that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I'm cutting them down, trying to get them about the size of the jar so they'll stand up perfectly the way I want them in the jar. And after doing that, I'm just going to place them right in the jar. After cutting them and placing them in the jar, then you can just take your handle that's on the jar and it'll just hang right there on the loop. Okay, here is what they are looking like on my wall. I really like the turnout on these. Now we're going to move on to the last DIY, which is the easiest. Again, items for this last DIY will be listed below. Okay, so I'm taking my bundles of everything and I am cutting them. For this holly, the one with the hollies on it, I'm only using the pine cones, and I'm cutting them to about 3 to 4 inches just to start off with. As I go along, I end up cutting them down a little bit more. This project is really easy, no glue or anything. You just simply stick them in wherever you want to place them. Okay, and this is it for my wreath. I told you guys I wanted to keep it a little simple. Now I'm just going to take my burlap. I have an old picture frame that I had lying around, and I gave it a couple of coats of chalk paint as well. And I'm going to take the burlap ribbon and I'm going to tie it onto the top of the frame so that it can be like on the inside of the frame, and I'm going to hang that. So that is it, you guys, for today's video, my 3 Dollar Tree fall DIYs. These were really simple to do. I actually did all 3 of these in one day. That's how simple they were to do. The time it took was just the drying time of the paint and the glue, but that is it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are visiting, I ask that you stay a while by hitting that loyal button down below. Be on the lookout for that fall home tour coming soon. I promise you guys it is coming soon. You guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video. God bless.